Welcome to Power User with Crash Long Johns. That's me. So our previous video, we covered in our Novice Power App series, the Power Apps Studio. Today we're going to continue in our Power App Studio, but now we're going to do a little dive into the controls. With that said, let's get started and jump over the computer. Now that we're at the computer, you see once again we're at Office 365 Home. And we're going to go ahead and click on the Power App icon. It'll take us to Power Apps Home. And then right now we're going to go ahead and create so we can get into the Power App Studio so we can talk about controls. We're going to do canvas and blank. Just a name. I'm going to make a tablet since I want to have more real estate. Go ahead and hit create. This is going to create us our Power App. Now we got our Power App Studio. So we're going to cover the different controls. So we're going to go ahead and go into insert. And we have various ones in here. Now I'm not going to cover them all. I'm just going to kind of hit the big ones that kind of utilize the most. And then various builds that I've done for internal clients before in the past. So we're going to go ahead and click on label. This creates us a label. In here you can put various text. So in the text, we're going to hit our little function here, and I can sit here and say hello world. I can type. You see that we got our text. Now that text can also come from your data connector where you're housing information. So we'll show that here in a bit. Also have like a button. I have a button that can be put on the screen. We can actually go over to our pane, properties pane, and in the text area we can actually hit type in submit. And now I have submit. For our on select property, here is where we can have it actually doing something. So submitting form, going to another screen. Button could do a lot of different things. In our text, again, we have our label. There is a text input. So here, we could actually input text. There's also HTML text. Put these both on the canvas. So for the input text, we can actually just have blank for now. And then here, for HTML text, you're actually writing some CSS in there. So in HTML, so you can show it's got bold, font color equals blue, text here. So if I go ahead and play this, so we'll hit our preview the app. So here I can actually type in hello world. And then the HTML, I could actually have a link there. Let's look at our inputs. Now there's a fair amount of inputs. Again, we got our button, text input, pin input, a drop down, combo box, date picker. I'm going to go ahead and put a drop down on there. And we're going to go ahead and pick combo box. And I'm going to go ahead and get a date picker. See what else we got. Yeah, let's do radial. And also toggle. So right now with the items, don't really have anything that's connected yet. So let's go ahead so I can show you kind of a little bit of drop downs, what that does. Let's go ahead and just preview here. So again, we got a drop down. Oh, looks like it has some already 1, 2, 3 in there. I can pick that. For my combo box, there's already some items. I can pick multiple. Date picker, pick a date. Toggle, on and off, radio buttons. with the combo box, in the properties pane, you'll actually will see that allow multiple selections, so you can allow or not allow searching. So if we go back to preview, we got items. I can actually type in item 1 and it'll give me anything with 1 in it. If I did 11, it's going to just give me back 11. Let's go ahead and make some room here. Back to our input. We also have a slider, rating, and a timer. So in our preview, you can see that slider, I can move that around. Rating, 1 star to 5 stars. Timer, if I click it, it'll begin counting. So that's kind of those controls. Go ahead and make some space here. For gallery, you got vertical, horizontal, flexible height. I'm just going to do the vertical. So with the gallery, this is where you could actually see to the pieces of the item that you might have connected to your data source, your data connector, and then you could have them be able to select the little arrow to be able to go somewhere else to another screen, or also be able to open up a form control. So with our forms, we can hit edit form. Now our edit form, we can actually have that tied to the SharePoint list. So that way it would already have all of the fields that need to be filled in. You can hide them, show them, write a bunch of if, thens, also visible, and other things. So we'll get that, we'll get more into these things. Again, just this is giving you a overview and brief touch on the controls. We also have like media, so there's image, camera, fair amount in here. It's going to go ahead and just do image. That could be utilized a fair amount. So in here, we can actually have an image that we could put in here. We can add that image that we might want to utilize into our media. So we could upload that image. And then icons. You have a fair amount of icons that you can choose from. I know that went really fast, but as you can see, there's a fair amount in here. So just for fun, we'll just pick a bug. So there's an icon of a bug. Probably won't use that in any business case. Maybe if you were working for, pest termination, so there's a bug icon. So there's a quick, really heavy hit of like all the various, icons. The ones I hit on tend to use the most. We might get in when we get into more of the Cat 2 level, the Power App series. We might talk about more of those other ones that I didn't hit on, but we'll continue to grow as we go along in this Novice Power App series to be able to see how these all play. So if you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe. And if you haven't yet had a chance, you can always go back, look at the Novice SharePoint, Novice Power Automate, Novice MS Form series that are running out there. And thank you again for stopping by. Until next time, keep learning.